Hey everybody, I'm Greg.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
And today we're working on a 2007 Volkswagen Jetta. We're going to be working on the right side door skin, which as you can see here has been crumpled in by something that had some decent force behind it. Luckily with the Volkswagen Jetta, you don't have to replace the entire door to make this look good again. All you have to replace is the door skin. So we're going to be going through today, showing you guys a little bit of what it would cost to have that done if you were to bring it into a body shop and say, hey, fix my door, versus how much it's going to cost us or it will cost you if you want to do this yourself. So from there, I'm going to turn this over to Ryan. He's going to show you a little bit of the computer-related stuff, how we're going to get this part, and then I'll take it back over and show you how we're going to get this part off and get the new part on.
So usually to source parts, we would use a website like eBay or carpart.com. Since more people are familiar with eBay, I'm going to show you what the car part search looks like. It would be car-part.com. You basically just enter in your car information, year, make, and model. Now they don't have door skin as an actual part, so you can just use door, and you're looking for the front. You want the front right, since that's the one we're working on, and in this case it's the electric. Wait, is that the actual?
Yeah, it's a VinK.
Is that electric motor?
Yeah.
You can get these with crank?
Yeah.
Okay, anyways. So you're going to want the electric...
Putting that in. Wait, you can get these with crank?
Okay, so you're going to want to find one with the same color as the car you're working on. Ultimately, you want to compare the paint codes to make sure you're getting the exact color, but a lot of people will just put, like, for example, gray. Now, these will be listed as a full door, so what you'll want to do is just call around and see if somebody will sell you just the skin off the door. It'll save you some money, and it'll probably be, lighter and easier to ship. In this case, we were able to find one for around $150, including shipping. So for comparison, we'll open up another tab, and just in Google, we'll search 2007 Volkswagen Jetta door skin. So that's myvwpart.com.
Yep.
Here they show the new door skin with shipping is $440. Now keep in mind you'll want to get it painted on top of that to match your car. And then
So we figure for painting it's probably going to cost about what, $200-300 for painting?
I paid $300 for my hood, and
Okay.
they didn't blend shit.
Thank you for calling Door Skin and Day One. This is Kate. How can I help you?
Hi Kate, I just want to get a quote for having a body part sprayed.
Okay. Did you want to bring the part in?
Yeah, I would be able to just bring the part in for you.
Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, so it would be $300.
300 doesn't add to the color?
Nope, so you just tell me $300.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So before we get started on taking this door skin apart, I wanted to show you guys the handle disassembly, because I'm not going to be able to show much of that when I'm actually doing it, because it's inside of the door. So basically what you're looking for, it's going to be positioned like this. If this is the door skin edge here, you're looking for this bolt through one of the holes on the side of the door, and I'll show you which hole I'm going to be using for that. Use a T20 Torx. I'm going to loosen that, which is going to spin this piece around, and it's going to allow you to pull this piece out. Once that piece is out, you'll be able to take the handle out. A lot of times with these, what'll happen is the handle will get stuck. It's supposed to just slide right back, but what'll happen is this piece back here will end up getting stuck. You reach your finger back in through here, lift this piece up like that, and then you can push the handle out like that. It comes right up, and then on the other side you'll have the handle loose on this side, pull it up through like this, handle's removed, and there's a T20 bolt right there. So that's how you get the handle out. Alright, so we're going to get on to the bulk of the job, taking apart the door skin and taking off the handle and that sort of stuff. But before I get started, I wanted to show you the tools that I'm going to be using. not really going to fill the table. It's a pretty easy job, and there are not that many tools to use. The main one that you're going to need that may be somewhat specialized is this T20 screwdriver handle. It does need to be a longer shank like this. The typical style 3/8 drive or quarter drive, this kind of thing, is not going to work on the door. It needs to go all the way into the door to reach that screw that I was talking about earlier that needs to be loosened. Other than that, 3/8 inch ratchet, 3/8 inch extension, 3/8 inch drive T30. All right, so let's get started on the removal and installation of our new door skin. First thing we're going to do, open the door. We are going to be looking on the side here for this hole. That is going to be the one that has that T20 in it. And you can see now why I said it's the short shank ones are not going to work for this. It does take a bit of twisting to get this all the way out, and it won't release completely from that compartment, so you don't have to worry about losing the screw on the inside of the door. Now, if it's going to be sticky like this one is, you can very carefully use a putty knife. Bear in mind, we're not keeping this door skin, so it doesn't really much matter. But that's going to pop right out like that. Put that aside. Inside of here, you're going to see this little piece right here. That's the actual piece that pulls out when the door pulls out. So release that. You can use your T20 again, or pick, or anything you want to get that out. Like that. Try and slide the door. It's going to give us a hard time, just like the one did in the demo. Reach my finger back in there. And there it goes. Out comes the door handle. Put that aside. T20 right here. From this point on, it's going to be, you're definitely not going to want to close the door. This is going to be a pain in the ass to open it, especially if you forgot to open the window. So keep the door open. Take out that screw. And then we move on to the actual door skin removal. If you look on the side here, you're going to see bolts here, here, here. There's several along the bottom of the door, and then several in here. Here, 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 and here. Take all of those bolts off, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so we're down to the last two bolts in here. This is where we wanted that extension. It's a little bit of a pain to get in here without one. Try not to lose any of these screws, because chances are they're not going to be included with your new door panel. Try to grab the outside of the door handle before you take the last screw all the way out, just in case this door skin decides to fall out. And from here, lift up from the bottom, and out it comes. All right, here we go with the new door skin going on. Make sure you don't clip the fender as you're putting it on, because you don't want to rub paint on paint. What I usually try and do with these is get one of the bottom bolts on first. You can just feel around where the bolt holes are, and at least that'll hold it up. You feel it's still a little bit loose here. You want to make sure that you get several of these bolts in before you let go of the door. Last thing you want to do is drop your brand new door skin. So I've got 3 of the bolts loosely in place. The door skin is now held up the way it's supposed to be. I'm going to go ahead and put all the rest of the bolts back in, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so I'm putting the last bolt in here for the top of the door skin. And there we are, new door skin on the door. Now, put the rest of the door back together. Line this bolt hole up here. Put the that T20 screw back in place. Door handle slides in. Make sure this gets underneath the door handle or the door skin as you're sliding it in place like that. This goes all the way back down, and then the whole thing Kind of have to feel in there for it, but it slides. Nope, I missed it. There. Sometimes it's sticky like I was showing you. That's why I wanted to demo that earlier. This piece goes right back in place. Block goes on the outside. Tighten the T20 from the outside. As soon as you start tightening the T20, you're going to feel the handle start to free up. Make sure that's nice and snug. Handle works properly. And there you go. Door skin's installed. Car looks a whole lot better than it did a minute ago. So we finished up with the installation of the part. Everything seems to be matching up right. The gaps all looked good and everything came out exactly like we wanted it to. So let's go back to the numbers here and take a look at how much we actually saved doing this.
Okay, so if you were going to have somebody do this for you, our rough estimate came out to be $815. The way that breaks down, we had $440 for the door skin, $300 to get it painted, and about $75 in labor for the install.
And if you do it yourself like we did, you end up being able to pick up the part. Now obviously it's going to be a little bit different. You're not going to be able to go to the local store and pick up that same part. You'll be sourcing from your own junkyards, from your own salvage yards. But we were able to pick up the part with the correct paint code and everything for $150. Obviously didn't have to pay anything on paint, and for labor took grand total about a half an hour, and that's a generous estimate. I don't even think it took that total. The grand total savings from having it done to doing it yourself, $665. So
Pretty significant.
pretty significant savings over bringing it to a body shop and having it done. So we will catch you next time we put together a project like this. Thanks for watching.